Okay, quick walk around to the Can-Am Spyder. Yep, there it is. Let's go ride. Welcome back, friends. We're on our way up to a pretty little lake up here in the mountains called Stinson Lake. It's a nice, quiet little lake. It's well off the beaten path. It's got cabins all the way around it now, but it's still a quiet lake. It's one of the cleanest lakes in the state. It doesn't have any invasive plants at all. But yeah, it's just a real neat little place. It's the largest lake in the White Mountains. Now, don't take that the wrong way. It's not the largest lake in New Hampshire. It's the largest lake in the White Mountain National Forest. So, it has some distinction. But the other thing about it is, I always like to figure out how things got their names. And Stinson Lake was named after a guy by the name of David Stinson, who back in 1751 was out hunting with John Stark and John Stark's brother. Then they were attacked by an Abenaki Indian war party, and John Stark and his brother were captured, and David Stinson lost his life. Now, anybody knows anything about New Hampshire knows about General John Stark, and yes, it's the same guy. Famous general from a few of the conflicts way back when, including the Revolution. And he's world famous for what became our state motto, live free or die. And that didn't come from a speech, that actually came from a letter he wrote to a group of men that were celebrating his service and you know, the achievements of the New Hampshire militia and so forth. And that was when he was, I believe, 81. He lived until he was about 90, 91, but he wasn't in good enough health to travel to this particular meeting, so he penned a letter, and the closing was live free or die, and I'm an idiot, and I forgot the other half of it. I'll pop it up on the screen here for when you're watching. I also want to pick up on that stupid little intro that I added in for today. Kind of silly. I actually filmed that a week ago, 2 weeks ago, something like that, because I notice everybody likes to, you know, do bike reveals and walk arounds, and here's everything I've done to it. And I did that kind of in jest because this thing is so freaking stock. I mean, it is so vanilla. Everything I've added to it or done to it is, you know, like here's what it looked like before when I test drove it. Here's what it looked like after I bought it. The only things I had done to it were adding the back seat rest and storage, moving the pedal forward so I could stretch out a bit, then adding a backrest for myself. I have not done anything else to this. I'm thinking I might like to, you know, do some crazy things like stiffen up the front suspension, put better shocks on it, put the sway bar on it, you know, and get better performance out of corners and stuff. But in all honesty, I can go as fast as I need to go on it right now, and it's comfortable. So, I don't know. And a lot of the other things a lot of people spend their money on, you know, I'm kind of a frugal guy. I'm very picky on where I spend my money, and I'd rather be putting it into gas and regular maintenance so I can get out here and ride it. But anyways, here's Stinson Lake. It's like 342 acres. pretty lake. Most of these places along here are private. But I did find one place up here at the end where we can pull over and take a look. Nice little natural boat slot there. Yeah, the light's gray enough that pictures aren't going to be worth a damn. Yeah, we'll pull over. Right here for a minute. Pull him out of the way. But yeah, isn't that just a neat, pretty little lake? Quiet, protected by the mountains. So even though the wind's blowing hard up high, it's not doing anything down here. But yeah, nice and peaceful. I'm the loudest thing around. So if anybody's home, they're probably hoping I get on my merry way here. So I will. There's actually a public beach up here. Look at this. I think it's public. But yeah, I'm back to the neat little lighthouse right there on that point. Back to the modifications. I don't know. I'm as I said, I'm pretty frugal with my money, and I'm having enough fun on it. I don't know. And sometimes the more customizations you put into it, the fewer people will want to buy it from you when it comes time for you to trade it in, and yeah, it turns to gravel. Rats. Happy Tea Ranch, so that's actually a private beach. Yeah, that doesn't look that bad, but nah. That's kind of the clue. Road not maintained for winter travel. That's usually when they don't pave them. So there it is. Just kind of hoping to do a roundabout through, and I probably could because that road looked fairly well packed, but yeah. Again, I'm frugal. I don't want to risk kicking rocks up and getting them in the belt drive and ended up having to spend money on stuff I don't want to spend money on. So that be Stinson Lake and the story of my Spyder. Actually, I could probably give you a few more details. What this is a 2016 F3 Limited, and I did another video on my first ride and my first test ride and so forth, which kind of described why I bought this as opposed to the black one. I actually thought I wanted the black one because that's the RT. It's the touring version. Has a few more creature comfort things on it, and it's for touring, which is more my style, even though yeah, I have a lot of fun on twisty roads and so forth, but it just wasn't comfortable. The cowling, the position of the cowling locked my legs into a position they do not like. I need to be able to stretch out a little bit, which as you can see here I am, and I can also bring my legs back. I can move around on this one a lot more than I could on that one. Keep my comfort level higher. So the F3 it was. The Limited because, well, that's the one that was sitting there. Add on the storage, move the pegs forward, give me a seat rest, and I'm good to go.